YouTube, another video here, Jamar Vegas Sense. And in this quick little video here, I'm gonna do my take on Christian Audigiers Ed Hardy Love and Luck. Okay, and so this is a fragrance that I was really curious for whatever reason to know what this smelled like. I had it was a like a cheap Walmart fragrance or something that I bought, and it said on it, like inspired by Ed Hardy's Love and Luck, and whatever that fragrance was, it was like an empty bottle that I no longer had any juice in, and I didn't remember what that smelled like. So I was like, well, what does Ed Hardy Love and Luck smell like? So I went on YouTube and was looking at all these videos, and then I saw that this particular fragrance was actually, I don't know if you want to call it a clone, because I don't know which one was out first. I believe the Creed fragrance was out first. But this one, from what I understood, smelled very similar to Creed's Millesime Imperial. So I finally was able to pick this up. I believe this is probably one of the cheapest fragrances that I've purchased. This is a 50 milliliter, 1.7 ounce bottle, and I want to say I was able to get this on eBay for like, I don't know, $13 or $15, something like that. It was super cheap. But yeah, I was just curious to know, what it smelled like. And upon looking at some different YouTube videos, there was one video where this guy, I think he was at like a strip mall or something like that, and he was just having like random girls smell this, and then they would smell Millesime Imperial. And this fragrance actually won. They said that they preferred this one over Millesime Imperial. They were basically saying that this was like a stronger version of it, which more than likely this probably just had more of like a alcohol, more synthetic type smell to it. But I was able to purchase it, and just my quick take on it, when you first smell it like off of the cap, it just really, the main thing that I get is like musk. I kind of get, a little bit of citrus, but I mainly get musk. Okay. And also, I mean, this is like the presentation. So, I mean, it sits inside of this bottle here, which is like a completely see-through transparent bottle. And then I guess you can say that this is basically like the cap. Okay. So, I mean, it's a different design. But, this doesn't really look too good when you take off the cap. Um, So that would be, I guess, my only gripe with this thing. And then the case that it came in, it's like a cylinder that looks just like this, that has like the Ed Hardy writing and Love and Luck on the outside, and then this kind of like sits in there like that. But the other thing with this particular fragrance is the sprayer. Not that great. Doesn't really shoot out a lot of juice. But when you first spray it on, you definitely, you smell a lot of alcohol with this particular fragrance. It's very, it definitely, it smells like a cheaper cologne. Doesn't smell natural whatsoever. And when you first spray it on, you definitely, you get like a blast of, citruses. So with this particular fragrance, in the top notes, you have bergamot, you have mandarin orange, orange, and then you have cardamom up top. I get a little bit of the cardamom. Actually, I mean, I think you mainly do get a lot of the cardamom, really. You mainly get the cardamom with the bergamot and the orange. Um, Yeah, the cardamom is pretty strong. And then in the mid, you have sage, you have cypress, and you have violet leaf. And then in the base, you have musk, vetiver, cedar, and agarwood, which is basically like oud. Um, I'm not really, I'm not like experienced with oud fragrances. I guess this would probably be the first and only fragrance that I've ever smelled that has oud in it. I mean, from what I understand, oud is like a woody type smell. So this would be my first, experience with a oud. But as this sort of, calms down a little bit, you do start to get like the floral aspect of it. But like I said, I mainly get musk with this. That's the main thing that I get with this. This particular fragrance, I would say, it's a good beater fragrance, I would say. This isn't necessarily something that's going to, I guess, impress anybody. This is a good fragrance to wear, like, if you're just like around the house and you don't have, you don't want to use any of your other fragrances, I would say, then this is a good choice. Or if you're just going like to go run an errand real quick and you just want to smell fresh and clean, this is a good one to reach for and wear. Um, and I mean, one of the main reasons why I say that is because it doesn't really last that long. I believe when I wore this, I was probably getting about 4 hours or so max with this particular fragrance. Um, so that's what makes it, a really good fragrance to just, reach for and grab if you just need to go run and do something real quick. Also, because it's light, you can kind of go a little bit heavy with the trigger, I would say. So, like maybe, I don't know, 7, 8 sprays or so is fine with this particular fragrance. It's not anything special, I would say. Um, it just smells like your average, just kind of citrusy, fresh summer type fragrance. But it's not something that's going to impress anybody, I don't think. I haven't worn this enough to really get any sort of compliments or anything with it. I bought this fragrance back in, I want to say maybe June or so, and that's how much of it I've used. So I've maybe used maybe 5 milliliters out of this. Um, so yeah, not very much at all. And I mean, it might be a fragrance that I might just try to get rid of, but I don't really think I'll be able to get much for this, only because, like I said, I only paid like $13 to $15 for it anyway, so I might as well keep it. Um, Another thing going on performance would be when you first spray this on, this projects pretty good for, I would say, at least the first hour and a half or so. And then it does definitely start to die down as more like a musky type skin scent or whatnot. But again, this is just a basic fragrance. That's why I said this is a really good beater fragrance. So if you want like a really cheap summer fresh fragrance, I would say definitely go in and look for this on eBay. Um, I mean, I see they've got a 3.4 ounce tester of this on eBay. That basically it doesn't have this, so it's just this thing right here. And I see it is 14.22, and that's the buy it now price for it. So, you know, that's telling you right there, like, this is some super cheap stuff. And yeah, this size right here, see, it's going for 13.71, and that's with this full presentation. Um, and then they even have a 6.7 ounce bottle of this that goes for $30. So, that's telling you right there, this is definitely, a very cheap fragrance, but it's not to say that it's a bad fragrance, from what I've seen, people do like this fragrance. It's just nothing spectacular, basically. All right, so that's my take on Ed Hardy's Love and Luck. I'll see you on the next video.